I've wanted to make this video for a while, ever since I heard about the case that Donald Trump's ex-wife Ivana made against him, but I just never got the chance. So yeah, I'm doing it now just because that video has come out, and there's been a couple of other things that have come out, so I just want to go over all the different cases that have been brought against Donald Trump. I also want to say that all of these are allegations. I don't know the truth. None of us do. Only Donald Trump and the people who are alleging these know the truth. So I'm not claiming that all of this is 100% true, but these are the credible allegations against him. The first one is Jill Hearth, and this comes from the New York Times. Jill Hearth is someone who claims to have dealt with multiple unwanted sexual assaults from Donald Trump and actually filed a lawsuit against him in the past. Jill Hearth and her boyfriend were working to create a business partnership with Donald Trump. On December 12, 1992, Donald Trump took Jill and her boyfriend to dinner. While at dinner, Jill says he situated himself beside her and ran his hands up her skirt to her crotch. Jill says, quote, "He was relentless. I didn't know how to handle it. I would go away from him and say I have to go to the restroom. It was the escape route. But that's just the beginning." She says that Trump once offered her a tour of his estate and then pulled her into his daughter Ivanka's bedroom. Jill says, quote, "I was admiring the decoration, and next thing I know he's pushing me against a wall and has his hands all over me. He was trying to kiss me. I was freaking out." Hearth says she was desperately protesting and finally managed to run out of the room and find the group again. Trump was married to Marla Maples at the time, who was pregnant with their daughter Tiffany. That year, Hearth continued to meet Trump for business, and she says he continued to try to jump her. He'd say, "Let's go into my room. I want to lie down." And he'd pull me along. I'd say, "I don't want to lie down." And it would turn into a wrestling match. I remember yelling, "I didn't come here for this." He'd say, "Just calm down." This is a quote from the article. Hearth said in her deposition that all of this was very traumatic, but she remained cordial because she feared that showing anger would destroy the business relationship and her ambitions of getting ahead. For the same reason, she told me she did not go to the police to report sexual assault. She says, "He thinks he's God's gift to women." Another person who accused him was his ex-wife Ivana Trump. She says that she referred him to a plastic surgeon she had previously used so that he could have surgery to remove a bald spot. The surgery was very painful, and Donald Trump was angry and said to her, "Your fucking doctor has ruined me." He then held her arms and began to pull fistfuls of hair from her scalp. He tore off her clothes and unzipped his pants. She says that he then raped her. After the incident, Ivana ran upstairs and hid behind a door crying for the rest of the night. The divorce between them was granted on the grounds of Donald Trump's cruel and inhuman treatment of Ivana. The third case against Trump was filed in June 2016 in New York by Jane Doe. The girl alleges that Trump raped her in 1994 when she was 13 years old. According to the legal documents, Jane Doe says she went to parties with Donald Trump and his friend Jeffrey Epstein, who is a registered sex offender known as the billionaire pedophile. During one of the parties, Trump tied her to the bed and raped her in a savage sexual attack. She says she screamed for him to stop and that he hit her in the face. This is a quote from the legal documents. Immediately following this rape, Defendant Trump threatened me that write details of Defendant Trump's sexual and physical abuse of me, my family, and I would be physically harmed if not killed. The lawsuit includes a statement from a witness who was in charge of recruiting adolescent girls to entertain the guests at the aforementioned parties, and that they personally saw the incident occur. "I personally witnessed the plaintiff being forced to perform various sexual acts with Donald J. Trump and Mr. Epstein. Both Mr. Trump and Mr. Epstein were advised that she was 13 years old." The witness also says that she witnessed Trump force other minors to perform oral sex on him. Those are the legal cases, but there has also been a few things that have come out since the tapes came out. So I'm just going to read this section of a Newsweek.com article. These are a couple of the people who have come out in regards to the tape. The first person is former Miss Utah Temple Taggart. She says that he kissed me directly on the lips. I thought, "Oh my God, gross." tagger added that she thought there were a few other girls that he kissed on the mouth. Erin Burnett from CNN also reported that an anonymous friend of hers said Trump caught her off guard and kissed her on the mouth in his office in 2010. High-profile sexual assault lawyer Gloria Allred also told Newsweek that she had fielded similar calls. "I've had a lot of women contact me," Allred said. "They are all confidential. Needless to say, there are a number of women who are intimidated in fear of what Mr. Trump would say or do and are not willing to say or do anything to provoke that." Another thing I just wanted to add was that 2 years ago, Trump weighed in on the sexual assault and rape of women in the military. He said, 26,000 unreported sexual assaults in the military, only 238 convictions. What did these geniuses expect when they put men and women together? The generals and top military brass never wanted a mixer but were forced to do it by very dumb politicians who wanted to be politically correct. So these are some of the allegations all brought together for you to watch and think about. If you still support him after the tape and after these allegations, then I don't know what to say. I mean, we can't give somebody that is a sexual assaulter the highest power in the land. It's not a good idea. We don't want to give him that sort of power over people. We don't need him to be the president. Thank you for watching the video. If you like it, please give it a like and please subscribe.